Hey everybody, Blair Chaos here once more with Let's Play Victoria 2. This is a post-commentary part. Let me tell you now, I hate doing post-commentary. Yeah, it comes to that. But yeah, last time we conquered a bit of China. We're also going to just start going through infrastructure because infrastructure is always good. Now, I have no idea where this part ends. We could be here a while, but I'm going to try and cut off at a good point. Who knows? So yeah, we got access to the French War. Russia took North Korea. Not going to comment on that. Now, it hasn't taken a bit of Manchuria. Now, there's actually something interesting about this. Russia has an event that you can, no, decision you can use if you influence Manchuria enough. You need to get them up to, it's either friendly or sphered, and then you get the section around the coast. They rename it to Vladivostok. You might know this from other games like Hearts of Iron. Because Russia's got a truce with Manchuria, they can't influence them. Yeah. We accidentally screwed the Russians over because now they can't get the... I think it's about 23 prestige total for getting the section as a Manchuria. And this actually helps that a bit. I say a bit, it's not too much to be fair. Regardless, thank you Russia, you've done your job and you've screwed us over at the same time. So now we're going to look at other avenues of expansion. And I'm looking at the Middle East because that's where most of the oil is going to spawn. As you can see, we've got our conquest, section against Hejaz. We don't need outlets. It's Hejaz. That one small section to the left. There goes everything. So now I'm going to take social thought, positivism for education and colonial migration. I want to get my literacy up. I really do, because we're going to struggle with naval text later in the game. And I'm also going to move my clergy along because I hadn't noticed 2%. Yay, 2%. So, I've actually had a bit of feedback concerning some of the last parts. By the way, as you can see, we're losing a lot of population. Yeah, France is a very low birth rate. That's why I need things like medicine, the Legion Étrangère, that kind of thing. Is it Étranger? Yeah, whatever. So we are going to get a few more things going as we go along. Thankfully with outlawed slavery, that's going to help us out. It'll mitigate migration a bit. I'm kind of looking to get the liberal reforms done as soon as possible. The consciousness is actually going to make more liberals for us. Also looking to get my ships through. What's this? Montenegro's lines. Eh. Montenegro is that thing. Can you see? Yep. Hello. Just noticed it. It's a one province minor in the Ottomans. Now, we are neighbour to the Ottomans, so we could help out Montenegro, but the problem is Montenegro is way too small. But we'll take the alliance anyway because it's something to annoy the Ottomans up north. Besides, we'll be going through Ottoman Africa anytime. So, why have I gone for Hejaz? One, neighbour to Sinai in Egypt. I want to take Sinai at some point. Sinai is what gives us access to Suez Canal. It also gives us the easy route to conquer this area because we can just land there and move along to Nejd, to Yemen, to Oman, to all of this region. It's also a very good staging ground for expansion around the Asian section of the world. Now, whilst we have a lot of land, I say a lot of land, we have land in China now, we still need this as a sort of stopgap between the two. And we actually have the infamy for anything else, that's a shame. Sheikh. If you're wondering, by the way, you need Sinai and you need to be spearing Egypt for Suez. Britain will try and fight you for it, so be aware of that. Now, I could go for Ethiopia. Ethiopia, we haven't got the... when we get nationalism and imperialism, we unlock the ability to establish protectorates against uncivilized nations that have 4 states or less. Instead of right now, where it's about 1 state. Or something like that. I can't remember how to save my life. By the way, local business fails. Now, nationalism imperialism is actually kind of one of the most important texts in the game, just because of that. It really speeds you up. when you're going after all these miners. It also makes your war justification quicker, along with giving you an extra national focus as it would do. So it's very beneficial to go and grab it. There's not a reason not to, even as early as possibly can, if you're going after miners. Now, Ethiopia's going to survive until then, which is a shame, really, because I actually want to conquer it as soon as I can. I mean, it's manpower at the end of the day. By the way, just... Oh no, we got detected. Oh no. You might wonder when I'm going after Persia as well, by the way. Honestly, I don't know. I just thought it'd be a laugh. Now, Persia, it gives us a staging ground against... Well, it gives us a section to work from if we ever go to war with Russia. I'm not saying we will go to war with Russia. It's just in case. Also, yeah, I'm actually looking, because I'm thinking Prussia's going to start something. So, I'm kind of thinking, do I want to try and knock them out? Baden and Bavaria are my neighbours in Germany. If I can influence them too, I can prevent the formation of North German Federation. You don't know what that does? Basically, a lot! Remember when I started... well, if you've seen my Prussian campaign, you'll know that I didn't form the North German Federation until right as I was forming Germany. North German Federation puts all the manpower of Germany into one nation. North Germany, sorry. And then you got to work on getting the South German cause. Well, say, you know what I mean. What North German Federation is a good stepping stone to get in order to work towards getting the German nation formed. I, on the other hand, didn't do this. I chose the hard way of just being Prussia when going to invade Austria. I don't recommend doing that at all. It's painful, to say the least. God, let's just infrastructure all over the place because it's relations. Can't really argue with it. I mean, to be fair, you can invest in any nation that is a secondary power or lower that allows foreign investment. And it's not just infrastructure, it's factories. And that's probably the more important thing. Say Japan, when it westernizes, if it allows it, and you invest in there, you're going to have an endless supply of manpower there. And supply of craftsmen as well. But you're bouncing off their infrastructure. Your factory will remain as long as they stay as long as they don't steal it back, obviously. Even when they turn into a great power, which they inevitably will. Which reminds me, one of these games need to try and might go and batter Japan. That'd be fun, actually. Now, I feel sorry for Nigeria, by the way, Shepherd's Reach, because they don't stand a chance. I mean, they haven't even got artillery. I doubt they even have flintlocks. By the way, hold tight disturb, don't take consciousness. I literally don't mind consciousness in this game, doesn't matter. By the way, CB faster on Persia, yay. Now, there's probably going to be a mistake this part. Let's see if you can notice it. Sad that we drink at the same time. So I'm getting everything shipped over because I want to get this war over and done with as quick as possible. Because France was a backstabbing arsehole when I played as Prussia. So I'm thinking maybe Prussia's going to do the same thing to me. Flu pandemic, yeah, pay, got the money. China really does help you out, by the way. There's nothing, I mean literally nothing, that you can't do with Chinese manpower behind you. Bastion sorted with, what was it? The Ottomans? Oh, Prussia. Or Persia. Or is it yeah, Prussia. You know, okay, there's actually something I want to bring up. As you can see from this, I'm taking over Mecca. Mission to Persia, by the way. Mecca and the Papal State, Rome, there's no bonus for conquering them. Like, EU4 has, I believe it's the extra missionary. I think. I can't remember that similar. No, it's bonus prestige. Or is it? I think it's a bonus. It's either a bonus missionary or a bonus prestige. Just give me a sec. So I've got this post commentary, the benefits. Tobruk. Doodaloo, we have... Conquest of Mecca gives you an extra missionary and one prestige. Conquest of Rome gives you... yeah, same thing. Conquest of Custodian Holy Cities, that's a different one. Wow, there's tons to give you extra things. Wow. That's different. Anyway, where was I? Yes. So, you know, here I am, because I'm going after something in Persia. Now, when it came to my American game, this state I'm looking at now, Sistan, if I'm saying it right, that served as a pain in the backside because I had to keep a guard there, because it's actually a strait you can walk across. It's also a very good place to start, which is kind of annoying. Ever wondered? Nope, never did I. Also, should I find it in the list and I can't find it? There we go. Now, I'm not calling in Russia into this war, because it will. it will actually go in and take its own demands. I am not even kidding. It's a pain in the backside. Regardless, we're finished in Hejaz, and we got land. So, the land in Hejaz is not that good. It's good to bounce off. I mean, Medina, Mecca, it's just symbolic, really. I'm not saying it's worth leaving, but it's not exactly high on my priority list. Now, I wish they didn't restrict so much infamy, because it would actually be entertaining to attempt to... what's the word I'm looking for? It would be entertaining to attempt doing a unification of the Arabian Peninsula, because then you've got Egypt, you've got the Ottomans, all that side to deal with. Who knows? Sorry, I'm looking at the war thing now. So, as we're at War of Persia, now there's 3 people in this War of Persia, aside from me. Punjab, Persia, and I didn't see a third one. I think it's Kokand. But yeah, they're all factions that are minor. They are all unciv as well, which makes this all the more humiliating. Yeah, it's doesn't go well. Let's put it that way. Also, the Ottomans are at war with Egypt. The Ottomans will always go to war with Egypt. There's cores around Egypt that the Ottomans can claim, which, yeah, it's some free wars. I also find it amusing that the Ottomans didn't exactly get that far in their wars to unify the thing. And yes, I'll give access to Egypt because I like Egypt. Yeah, the Ottomans didn't get that far when trying to conquer Asia. I mean, oh, wow, even Netherlands have a claim going. I didn't notice that. Anyway, they got that, what, Turkey, the Balkans, that was it. Didn't think about going against the Mamluks. No! And no. So, we are just going around here trying to conquer this stuff, and it's... yeah. We don't... I'm putting taxes down because we're drowning in money, come on. And if you... there's 2 aging players game. You can either tax everyone to the hilt, and the country actually has... I believe it's a higher reform desire, because they actually want a better kind of life. Which makes sense in some circles. They want more reforms because they're more liberal, because, you know, taxing them to the hilt and blah 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 blah. But if you do that, your economy actually suffers. Like, if you tax your aristocrats and your capitalists to the hilt, you don't get any new factories being built by other capitalists. They don't really go for the projects because they can't afford to. The lower classes will actually get more militant, and the higher classes actually can afford to get a few rebels going. Also, yes, we actually have sphered most of the Italian peninsula. I'm putting a thumbs up the screen right now. Now, I'm about to make a mistake, and let's see if we can notice this one. Actually, I think I said that twice now. So, I am about to launch an attack. Now, I should win. I have him outnumbered. He's not. I don't think he's in mountains. And then this happens. Just wait when we get back. You'll see. Also, Spain! Hello, cordial. Yep, we're fighting. We're going to say something else apparently. Oh, Japan. Hello, Japan. Cordial. Now, you see this battle? We actually end up struggling. I mean, no, it's not a battle, sorry. Ah, Christ. I can't remember which battle it is. Sweden Mountain Alliance, pure. This one. So, I'm under the impression we have better weapons, we have better cav, everything is better. I don't think they have artillery. Also, Chamber of Commerce. This practically comes down to, do you want more militancy or conservatives, or do you want more liberals, I believe. I haven't actually seen any new images yet, which is kind of a shame. Because I've been really wanting to see them. This is still beta patch, by the way. Beta 3.04. 3.04, rather. So what is it? It's more liberals and more liberals. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm under the impression we have more artillery. What I didn't take into account, we actually have lost most of our front row. We have artillery in the front row. And he has a better general than we do. And you rolled a 9! When we rolled -1. Yeah, I should have called him more reinforcements when the battle started. Show waited. Let him come to us. The attrition out here will kill you faster than the enemy will. And I wish I was kidding. This is me panicking because I realise, oh god, we're about to lose a stack. Getting a new group over. Yeah. I panic, alright? I thought we were in better shape than this. Turns out we weren't. Another flu pandemic, really? This is also why the Suez Canal is so useful. Because instead of sailing all the way around the Cape of Good Hope, we could go for the Med. But nope, we're stuck going around. And this happens. Wipe. For very little gain. Good news is we've got loads spare, so we can rebuild a new stack. I think I'm doing just modifications because we haven't got numbers. Or do we have numbers? Ah, because I'm counting for the... Yeah, got to count for the engineers now. So, engineers. These guys need a bit of an explanation. Engineers are realigned support troops who don't work as good as artillery at support, but they help in sieges, they help in... they help keep the army mobile, for a start. I can't remember what else they do. They also go up according to your rifles. Is it rifles? No, according to your defensive doctrine. You know what I mean? They go up according to your fort value, whatever you call it. The thing that gives you fort. The fort levels, rather. So, they are... They kind of help you, so you kind of want to keep a couple of them. Now, artillery should make the mainstay of your backline, but you should always have about half your stack being infantry. Now, don't make a mistake and do what I do in the early game, in early times playing this, and replace infantry with guards. Guards are not a straight up upgrade. They're better on the attack, but weaker on defense. Which, you know, if you want to break through, get them early game, but otherwise, just do one or two. When you get tanks, guards are useless. Sure, I think of something else I could help with. Okay, I'm going with loads of hussars. So, now, hussars, dragoons, cuirassiers. Dragoons, they are pretty much your mainstay cav. They're not exactly expensive. They're not exactly the best. They have their main job and they will do that job. Cuirassier, they're more about the charge. So in the early game, they will be your tanks. So you kind of want to use them until your dragoons get better, and hussars will also are basically expensive, but they're more powerful versions of dragoons with less recon. The difference between trio is that Hussars and Dragoons will get more powerful as you go along. Cuirassiers won't. The age of the saber ends during this game. Age of the cavalry also ends due to the machine guns, but that's a different matter for another time. You can make a very good army with no cav. And at times I actually prefer making armies with no cav, because cav is not that good in my opinion. Just my opinion. I'm not an expert. I know cav are decent, I just don't like them. I mean, there's a reason everyone says only get 2 cav units for your army. They attack from the flanks. They go... EU4 actually shows it more clearly. But cav go from the flanks and they attack the unit in front of them and the unit left and right. If your army is entirely cav, they attack the entire front line more than once, basically, if that makes any sense. Like, they'll attack the 3, one in front of them and one either side, or everyone. Which can make them very exposed. It's better to go with 2 units against 1 from the flanks. And here I am shipping troops over because, you know, I need to ship more troops over. So I'm just looking up stuff now. Here we go. So... okay. You do actually want a good recon value, by the way. Because recon helps your occupation speed. Like, if you've got, let's say if you have a recon value of 1, as in total for your army, it averages out somehow, I don't know how it does it. You have a recon value of 1, and it doubles the speed at which you occupy the province. And it also reduces the penalty an army faces against a dug-in enemy. That's extremely useful, which is why late game planes are awesome. Siege is about attacking forts. It reduces... they make it so that the army takes more casualties if they're dug in, and lowers your occupation time by 1 fort level from the point of siege. So, yeah. So I've got the wiki up and try to read it at the same time. Now, huh. Oh, okay. So maneuver. Okay. So early game, engineers have... Where are they? Engineers, there you are. Engineers have a siege of 1. They have no recon. So that's 1 fort level down. You can get better. I don't think you get until like later on. I'm trying to find one of those there. Yeah, engineers later on. It's kind of amusing how infantry are kind of the best thing to go for. And here we are just crushing the Persians because we can do. They crush all my stacks. The buggers are dying for that. Still, I kind of find it amusing in a strange way. Just how things have been going. Otherwise, this is actually supposed to be a very simple war. There's also, I'm trying to think of some way to explain this. Yeah, it's all infantry, there's no artillery. I just took too much damage to the front line. So, I think I might change the stack up a bit. So, we want 50% of your army being infantry. We'll go to some mental maths. Okay, I use a 30 stack, that's 10 units. So, we want 5 infantry. No, it's not 10, is it? Yeah, it is actually. So, you want what? 5 infantry, 3 support, 2 cav. Yeah, actually. Yeah, that makes sense. And yeah, because Punjab just isn't going to help. That makes sense. There's a lot to this game. I'm trying to think of it on the go. Oh, that's an end point. But anyway, guys, that's it for this post commentary. I hope you all enjoyed it. I've been the Berkhouse. You've been you. Oh wait, no, wait. No, sorry, it's not. Bollocks. Ah! This is what I get for not knowing these things. That was just showing, because They're in the war, they won't peace out, but I gotta go over to them and hit Punjab if I want them to peace out. And that requires me getting access. Or him getting access and walking over here. Otherwise, these provinces are extremely cheap. So I can just request them as I want. I am working my way north, if you haven't noticed, by the way. Because you see that white mark up there? I can colonize that in the next tech. When we get the mission to civilize, which kicks off the second wave of colonialism. And yes, I call it second wave. So I always call it like waves of things. Like start of the game, that's first wave. Prophylaxis against malaria is first wave of migration, of colonization. Second wave is mission to civilize. Third wave is colonial negotiations. And I still haven't got my navy good enough anywhere for colonial negotiations anytime soon. Which is going to be a pain, because we've got to get machine guns by that time. Friendly with Spain, that's a good sign. Well, I've got to get a bigger navy, more naval bases, and my naval research is already stunted by my is it administration? Yeah, administration. Also, Persia being a cheeky bugger here. Hello. And there goes the engagement. Yep, it's reserve stacks. They're all infantry. I'm going to take a -2 penalty on that. Where's he going to? Yeah, chase him down. Because, we can do. I'm so professional on this part, aren't I? Oh! Jeez. I don't even know what happened. That's the sad thing. Because You will see a point because there is something insane, yep, and that's gonna be a kill. Yep, wipe. Let's see, just stuff back. I don't really care for colonial ground. And I keep saying this in every single game I do. If you siege up colonial land, the war score value and the war exhaustion don't go up that highly. And we've also got allies joining us in this war apparently now, so. But if you siege up homeland, like I did it in my Prussian campaign. I sieged up France. France was sieging my colonies. Now I lose more colonies, I lose more land, but he takes a bit more attrition damage, war exhaustion, because he's losing home ground. I take Paris, he takes what? The whole of Gambia, for instance? Morocco? What's it worth? Bugger all. Also, we got more prestige again because we need prestige. We're number 2 in the world. We're getting closer, Joe. Yeah, sir. Yes, I'm investing in more forts. Thanks for noticing. I kind of need forts out here, but I've got to keep this small. I hope this won't go the same way as it went with our old friend in the UNSCA, who we finally got sphered, only to figure out they haven't got Panama anymore. It's mine, I need to check how I'm doing over there sometime. Wouldn't be surprised we lost ground. Also, I haven't noticed yet that I've got the bar set wrong. The, is it Headliner? Whatever it's called. The thing at the bottom. That gives you updates. Search about what's going on. So yeah, I'm steadily singing. Okay, someone actually commented that this game looks complex. It is. It's complex. But once you get to learn all the mechanics, how it works, and you get into it, it's very simple. It's just a process of repeating what you know. And this is 1846, is that? Yeah, 1846. We've gone 10 years. We're 10 years. And look where we are. Also, checking the PC. He will take a 16. Which is a good sign. We're making ground. Now, I actually did kind of want to keep this war going for Papacy and Two Sisters to take some land, but then I realised as soon as Italy forms, Two Sisters and the Papal State are going to exist anymore. They're going to be Italy. So, it's kind of your own choice how you play it. I do like making myself stronger. The problem is, you've got to pick who you make stronger as well. Like, if I make the Pope stronger, is it going to benefit me? Arguably, yes. In the long run, no. Because when Italy forms, I lose my minus. I lose all the Italian miners because it's Italy. When I go for... Let's say I try and get some North Germans in my sphere. That weakens Prussia. Prussia is a nation that relies upon the early game to form, and then late game it's a beast. If you prevent it getting to Germany, it's never going to be as strong as it could be. There's a lot of power it loses. The longer it takes, the worse off it's going to be. It's got to spend more time unifying. The good news is Bavaria is a almost guaranteed guy to go for when it comes to getting your great powers. Secondaries to great powers. It's in the best position of all the German miners to become a great power. The problem is, it's in a very rubbish position in order to do that. Now, if you play it wrong, then, as I've actually done in Prussia, you will have Bavaria becoming a great power at the worst time imaginable, and you'll end up being struck down, because, well, say struck down, you end up forming Germany late. And, oh hello. Peace deal, and who can we influence? Portugal, welcome to the sphere, matey! And the peace deal is... if I ever check it... 2 sisters, table state, me. I'm saying it like I kind of want to keep them in, but I'm just saying it. And occupation's over. They're giving us everything. Nah. Now, again, mistake. You should really end the war as soon as you've got your own targets met. If your miners taking ground and they make their own demands, get the land. The problem is they're not making ground, not making their own demands. I mean, look, you can see where the papal state is now. You can see where 2 sisters is now. The war's not going well enough in their favour, apparently, for them to make demands. And I really want to give them land! Wish I was a bit more aggressive about this. That's a sad thing. Just that little bit extra, you know? Like Switzerland was awesome for that. I mean, hell, they took French Comté. And this is... what's this? Strategic mobility. Always a useful tech. More defense. Now, I'm actually surprised I haven't taken some of the things I should have. Like, why haven't I taken... actually, am I using ventures? Not really. Why am I not taking... trying to find an example. Oh, I have taken it. Early railroad, that's one. Why have I not taken that? Because railroad is always useful. Mobility. And Egypt is getting friendly with us. Now, I've actually realised I'm actually overextending my influence reach, which I should be trying to scale back, as opposed to doing what I'm doing. Now, there's arguments you can make here and there about what you're meant to do. I kind of like the idea of securing your miners and then just investing enough just to keep others out. Problem is, with that, I kind of go for every single miner I want, as opposed to every single miner I need. And there are some miners you really do want to get, like, if the Netherlands doesn't become a great power and you sphere them, they have a guaranteed source of oil in their land. We took it as Germany. Things like that. Cuba, I've got a song that fits. That's the sound of progress. I'm actually surprised I've not made a big mistake so far. I think the only big mistake I've made is actually asking Russia to join the war against China. And then that's kind of a mistake I just made because I didn't actually think about it. And it looks like the war's in our favour. I think it's... yeah. Behold our stringy thing! Also, French Lesser Antilles is now a state. And we can get level 2 naval bases. Okay, I will admit, I didn't actually notice we can get level 2 naval bases. Investments! These will become used. There's tons of naval support. Something else I know I've forgotten. Oh, we didn't actually make building naval base there. Yeah. Now, France is in a kind of similar situation to the UK. There will be points in, if you're playing games to the UK, where you upgrade your naval base, your ability to build naval bases, and you sit there for about 5 minutes with a paused game. Oh, by the way, we can colonial land. You sit there with a paused game, just trying to find all the land you can build a new naval base on, or improve your naval base on. It takes forever. And yes, I'm investing in that one despite it being on British territory, because why not? Again, colonial land, I don't care. That's going to be our staging ground if India ever becomes free. Also China, because China's China. The forts are good, actually. Probably upgrade the forts there. There it is. Oh, that's naval base. Of all the things to lose, a naval base. It's not something you hear every day. With so much land, that's ridiculous. And this with a smaller empire. France isn't that big an empire at the start. Just look at it all! Yeah. Hopefully a lot of this land will become states so the capitalists will invest in it instead of relying on me. Oh, I think that's in the part. So, thank you for watching, folks. Oh wait, is it? Is it? Okay, it's getting close. So, I'm actually going to call that a part there. So, I've been the Murder Chaos. You've been you, Jeremy again. Oh, come on, what's going on? I will eventually get to end this part. Okay. Come on past me. End the part. End it. I'm apparently over Spider-Man because I built too many ships, alright? Anyway, I've been the Black Chaos, you've been you. Join me again next time for more. In the wonderful land of France, here in Victoria 2. No. Past me. Come on. End it. Come on. You know, this is why I should, like, pre-watch this. But then it's... it's easier this way. Come on. Yeah, I'm not even gonna... I think I'm just going into the shape. You watch somewhere out of all the images. Somehow. I think at this point I'm just getting ready for a war with China. I mean, who wouldn't be getting ready for a war with China? Are we there? This is why I shouldn't do this kind of thing. Yeah. Alright, you know what, we'll call that part there. You'll see what's going on next time. But I've been the Black Chaos, you've been you. Join me again next time for more in the wonderful land of Victoria 2, here. Well, sorry, here in Victoria 2. Thank you for watching, folks. I'll see you next time.